Which sea has shores in Europe, Asia, and Africa? Mediterranean. The Mediterranean Sea is a sea connected to the Atlantic Ocean, surrounded by the Mediterranean basin and almost completely enclosed by land. On the north by southern Europe and Anatolia, on the south by North Africa, and on the east by the Levant. Its unique geographic position has made it strategically and historically significant. In which year did Karl Marx publish the first volume of Das Kapital? 1867. Das Kapital, Volume 1, was published in 1867. This seminal work critiques capitalism and lays the foundation for Marxist economics, influencing political and economic thought globally. What is the Latin name for the constellation that is commonly known as the Great Bear? Ursa Major. Ursa Major, meaning Great Bear, in Latin, is a prominent constellation in the northern sky. It contains the Big Dipper asterism and has been a navigational aid and cultural symbol for centuries. What is the world's most southerly capital? Wellington. Wellington, New Zealand, is the southernmost capital city in the world. Its location contributes to a unique climate and geographical landscape. Which English cathedral has the highest spire? Salisbury. Salisbury Cathedral is renowned for having the tallest church spire in the United Kingdom. Constructed primarily in the 13th century, it represents a prime example of early English Gothic architecture. What is the name of the ecological botanical gardens, created by Tim Smith in Cornwall, and sometimes dubbed the eighth wonder of the world? The Eden Project. The Eden Project, located in Cornwall, UK, is a large environmental complex with domes housing plant species from diverse climates. It promotes conservation and sustainable practices, attracting millions of visitors annually. What is the color of the cross on the flag of Greece? White. The Greek flag features a white cross in the upper left canton, symbolizing Eastern Orthodox Christianity, the dominant religion of Greece. The 9 horizontal stripes represent the 9 syllables of the phrase, Eleutheria e Thanatos, freedom or death, the national motto of Greece. Originally made in a drugstore in Waco, Texas, and still enjoyed today, what is America's oldest soft drink? Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper was created in 1885 by Charles Alderton at Morrison's Old Corner Drugstore in Waco, Texas, making it the oldest major soft drink in America. Its unique blend of 23 flavors has made it a popular beverage for over a century. Where in London is the grave of the unknown warrior located? Westminster Abbey. The grave of the unknown warrior is located in Westminster Abbey, London. It holds an unidentified British soldier killed in World War I, symbolizing all who died and whose place of death is unknown. In 1997, which game saw a former world champion famously defeated by the computer Deep Blue? Chess. In 1997, IBM's Deep Blue defeated Garry Kasparov, the reigning world chess champion. This marked a significant milestone in the development of artificial intelligence. In what year did the inaugural Rugby World Cup occur? 1987. The first Rugby World Cup was held in 1987, co-hosted by Australia and New Zealand. This event marked a significant milestone in the sport's history, establishing a quadrennial international competition. What are the names of the 3 ballets composed by Tchaikovsky? Swan Lake, The Nutcracker, Sleeping Beauty. Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky was a Russian composer of the Romantic period. His 3 most famous ballets, Swan Lake, 1876, The Nutcracker, 1892, and Sleeping Beauty, 1890, are staples of classical ballet repertoire. Which 3 countries constitute the Benelux Economic Union? Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg. The Benelux Union is a politico-economic union of 3 neighboring states in Central Western Europe, Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg. It was formed in 1944 and aims to foster economic integration and cooperation among its members. In what year were the first modern Olympic Games held? 1896. The first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens, Greece, in 1896. They marked a revival of the ancient Olympic Games and included athletes from several nations. Cable stayed, pontoon, and suspension are all types of what? Bridges. Cable stayed bridges use cables directly attached to towers, pontoon bridges float on water, and suspension bridges hang a roadway from cables suspended between towers. These designs address different geographical challenges and load requirements. What is the capital of Tenerife, which also shares its name with a city in California? Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz de Tenerife is the capital of Tenerife, one of the Canary Islands, Spain. It shares its name with Santa Cruz, California, a city on the coast of the United States. Which animal's name literally translates to river horse? Hippopotamus. The name, hippopotamus, originates from the Greek word, hippos, meaning horse, and potamos, meaning river, hence, river horse. Hippopotamuses are large, semi-aquatic mammals native to Africa. Which animal serves as the national emblem of India, the tiger, the elephant, or the snake? The tiger. The tiger was adopted as the national animal of India in 1972, symbolizing power, strength, and grace. It replaced the lion, which was previously the national animal. How many humps does a Bactrian camel possess? 2. Bactrian camels are distinguished by their 2 humps, which store fat reserves for energy and hydration in harsh environments. This contrasts with the dromedary camel, which has only 1 hump. Match the collective nouns leap, parliament, and knot to the animals toads, owls, and leopards. A leap of leopards, a parliament of owls, a knot of toads. Collective nouns are words used to represent a group of things, people, or animals. Understanding collective nouns is important for grammatical accuracy and enriching language skills. Considered the oldest zoo in the world, in what year did the Vienna Zoo first open to visitors? 1752. The Vienna Zoo, or Tiergarten Schönbrunn, opened in 1752, making it the oldest zoo in the world. This historical landmark provides insights into the evolution of zoological practices and animal conservation. From which country does the dish paella originate? Spain. Paella is a traditional rice dish originating from Valencia, Spain. It showcases the influence of Spanish cuisine on a global scale and utilizes regional ingredients. What is the most popular fruit in the world? The tomato. Botanically, the tomato is classified as a fruit, and it is the most widely cultivated and consumed fruit worldwide. It is used in countless culinary applications across cultures. What type of food is John Montague credited with inventing in 1765, who said that he liked this food because we could continue to gamble at the same time as eating it? Sandwich. John Montague, the 4th Earl of Sandwich, is credited with popularizing the sandwich in 1765. He requested meat between slices of bread so he could eat without interrupting his gambling. By what more common name is the chemical compound polyvinyl chloride known? PVC. Polyvinyl chloride, commonly known as PVC, is a widely used synthetic plastic polymer. It's the 3rd most widely produced plastic, after polyethylene and polypropylene. Which 3 elements constitute carbohydrates? Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Carbohydrates are organic compounds consisting of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, usually with a hydrogen-oxygen atom ratio of 2:1. They serve as a primary source of energy for living organisms. Which renowned scientist, born in Germany in 1879, became a Swiss citizen in 1901 and subsequently a US citizen in 1940? Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein, a theoretical physicist, developed the theory of relativity, one of the 2 pillars of modern physics. His work is also known for its influence on the philosophy of science. The 9 moons of Uranus discovered in 1986 were named after figures from which source? Roman gods, British scientists, or Shakespearean characters? Shakespearean characters. The moons of Uranus are uniquely named after characters from the works of William Shakespeare and Alexander Pope. This distinguishes them from the moons of other planets, which are typically named after figures from classical mythology. Who is credited with the discovery of the law of universal gravitation? Sir Isaac Newton. Sir Isaac Newton formulated the law of universal gravitation, which describes the gravitational force between any two objects with mass. This law is fundamental to classical mechanics and our understanding of celestial motion. In which year was the microscope invented? 1590. The invention of the microscope is generally credited to Zacharias Janssen around 1590. This invention revolutionized the study of biology and medicine, enabling the observation of microscopic organisms and structures. How many barrels of gunpowder were discovered in the cellars of Westminster Hall as part of Guy Fawkes' gunpowder plot? 36. The gunpowder plot, a failed assassination attempt against King James I of England in 1605, involved 36 barrels of gunpowder hidden beneath the Palace of Westminster. Guy Fawkes and other conspirators aimed to blow up Parliament during the state opening. In what year did the gunpowder plot take place? 1605. The gunpowder plot was a failed assassination attempt against King James I of England and V of Scotland by a group of English Catholics led by Robert Catesby. It occurred on November 5, 1605, and aimed to blow up the House of Lords during the state opening of Parliament. What was Guy Fawkes' real first name? Guido. Guy Fawkes, also known as Guido Fawkes, was a member of the group of English Catholics who attempted the gunpowder plot in 1605. He was responsible for guarding the explosives placed beneath the House of Lords. Where in the body would you find the metacarpus? The hand. The metacarpus is a set of 5 long bones located in the hand between the wrist, carpal bones, and the fingers, phalanges. They form the bony framework of the palm. What does the name of the terrorist group Al-Qaeda translate to in English? The base. Al-Qaeda, founded by Osama bin Laden, translates to the base in English. It is a multinational militant organization that has conducted numerous attacks globally. Who was the leader of the Labour Party from 1980 to 1983? Michael Foot. Michael Foot served as the leader of the Labour Party in the United Kingdom from 1980 to 1983. He was a prominent figure in left-wing politics and a noted author and journalist. For which 1990 invention was Tim Berners-Lee awarded the first Millennium Technology Prize in April 2004? The World Wide Web. Tim Berners-Lee is credited with inventing the World Wide Web in 1989 while working at CERN. This invention revolutionized information access and communication, leading to his recognition with the Millennium Technology Prize. Who is the patron saint of England? Saint George. Saint George is the patron saint of England, symbolizing courage and chivalry. His emblem, a red cross on a white background, is incorporated into the Union Jack. Melbourne is the capital of which Australian state? Victoria. Melbourne serves as the capital of Victoria, one of Australia's most populous and economically significant states. It is located in the southeastern part of the country. Which famous explorer was murdered by natives of Hawaii on Valentine's Day in 1779? James Cook. Captain James Cook, a British explorer, navigator, and cartographer, was killed in 1779 on the island of Hawaii during his third voyage to the Pacific Ocean. His voyages significantly contributed to European knowledge of the Pacific region. What is the name of the Italian astronomer who improved the telescope so much as to discover that there were craters on the moon? Galileo. Galileo Galilei, an Italian astronomer, physicist, and engineer, made significant improvements to the telescope. His observations of the moon's surface led to the discovery of craters and mountains, challenging the then-held belief in a perfectly smooth celestial sphere. What is the planet closest to the Sun? Mercury. Mercury is the smallest planet in our solar system and the closest to the Sun, orbiting it in approximately 88 Earth days. Due to its proximity to the Sun, it experiences extreme temperature variations. In which year was the penalty kick first introduced into the game of football? 1891. The penalty kick was officially introduced to association football in 1891. This addition to the laws of the game provided a specific means of redress for offences occurring within the penalty area that denied a clear goal-scoring opportunity. True or false? Saint Patrick was born in Ireland? False. Saint Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland, was actually born in Roman Britain in the late 4th century. He was kidnapped and brought to Ireland, where he later became a missionary. Which Irish writer is the only person to have won both a Nobel Prize and an Academy Award? George Bernard Shaw. George Bernard Shaw, an Irish playwright and critic, won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1925 and an Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay for Pygmalion in 1938. When was Saint Patrick born? 347, 741, or 1374? 347. Saint Patrick is believed to have been born around 387 AD, not 347. His exact birth date remains uncertain, but it is generally placed in the latter part of the 4th century. What is the English translation of Ireland's national anthem, Amran na Bhfi An? A soldier's song. Amran na Bhfi An, meaning, the soldier's song, in English, has been the national anthem of Ireland since 1926. It commemorates the Easter Rising of 1916 and the struggle for Irish independence. Which Irish-born explorer is best remembered for his Antarctic expedition from 1914 to 1916 in the ship Endurance? Ernest Shackleton. Sir Ernest Shackleton was a polar explorer who led the Imperial Trans-Antarctic Expedition, 1914 to 1917. His ship, the Endurance, was crushed by ice, but he managed to lead his crew to safety, solidifying his place in polar exploration history. Who became the first Irish woman to set a world record in a track event when she recorded a record time in the 5,000 meters in 1991? Sonia O'Sullivan. Sonia O'Sullivan is a retired Irish track and field athlete who achieved significant success in the 1990s. She broke the world record for the 5,000 meters in 1994, solidifying her place in Irish sporting history. Which British monarch reigned for longer than any other? Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria reigned for 63 years, from 1837 to 1901, a period known as the Victorian era. Her reign saw significant industrial, cultural, and political changes in the United Kingdom. As of April 2004, to how many different prime ministers had the Queen granted audience? 10. The Queen's role includes granting audiences to the Prime Minister, a formal meeting that occurs regularly. This demonstrates the constitutional monarchy in action. Who was the King of the United Kingdom during World War I? George V. George V reigned from 1910 to 1936, a period that included World War I, 1914 to 1918. His reign was marked by significant social and political upheaval, as well as the changing role of the monarchy. On what date does St. George's Day fall? April 23. St. George's Day, celebrated on April 23, is the feast day of St. George, the patron saint of England. Although a significant cultural celebration, it is not a public holiday in England. Which author, whose real name was Eric Arthur Blair, wrote under the pen name George Orwell? George Orwell. George Orwell, Eric Arthur Blair, was a prominent English novelist, essayist, journalist, and critic. His works include Animal Farm and 1984, which are critical analyses of totalitarianism. Which British monarch established the George Cross Medal? George VI. King George VI instituted the George Cross in 1940 during World War II. It is awarded for acts of the greatest heroism or for most conspicuous courage in circumstances of extreme danger. What is the more commonly known name for the aurora borealis? The Northern Lights. The aurora borealis, also known as the Northern Lights, is a natural light display in the sky, predominantly seen in the high-latitude regions, around the Arctic and Antarctic. Auroras are produced when the magnetosphere is disturbed by the solar wind. Which English city is situated on the River Nene? Peterborough. Peterborough is a cathedral city in Cambridgeshire, England, known for its historical significance and location on the River Nene, which has been a vital waterway for the region's development. What is the official residence of the Archbishop of Canterbury? Lambeth Palace. Lambeth Palace, located in London, has been the official residence of the Archbishop of Canterbury for nearly 800 years. It is a significant historical and religious site in England. Who painted The Laughing Cavalier? Frans Hals. Frans Hals, a prominent Dutch Golden Age painter, is celebrated for his portrait, The Laughing Cavalier, a masterpiece of Baroque art renowned for its lively character depiction and technical brilliance. What is another name for Dominican monks? Blackfriars. Dominican monks are also known as Blackfriars, a reference to the black capper or cloak that they wear over their white habit. The name distinguishes them from other religious orders like the Grey Friars, Franciscans, and White Friars, Carmelites. What are the colors of the vertical stripes of the Italian flag? Green, white, and red. The Italian flag, known as the tricolor, features 3 vertical bands of equal size in green, white, and red. The exact meaning of the colors is debated, but they are generally interpreted as representing hope, green, faith, white, and charity, red. What sign did God give to Noah to signify that the earth would not be subjected to another flood? A rainbow. The rainbow serves as a covenant between God and humanity, symbolizing the promise that a catastrophic flood will not again destroy all life on earth, as recounted in the book of Genesis. What is the name of the sculpture by Antony Gormley situated near the A1 motorway in Gateshead? The Angel of the North. The Angel of the North is a contemporary sculpture created by Antony Gormley, completed in 1998. It is an iconic landmark in Gateshead, England, symbolizing the transition from industrial to information age. What mythical creature possesses the head and wings of an eagle and the body of a lion? Griffin. The griffin, a legendary creature with the body, tail, and back legs of a lion and the head and wings of an eagle, appears in various mythologies and heraldry. It symbolizes strength, courage, and guardianship. What is the collective noun for a group of lions? Pride. A pride of lions is a social unit typically consisting of related females, their offspring, and a small number of adult males. This social structure allows for cooperative hunting and cub rearing. From which London building were the first BBC television broadcasts made in 1936? Alexandra Palace. Alexandra Palace in London holds the distinction of being the site of the first regular BBC television broadcasts in 1936, marking a significant milestone in the history of broadcasting. Its pioneering role established the foundations for modern television. Which 4 American presidents have their faces sculpted on Mount Rushmore? George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. Mount Rushmore, a monumental sculpture carved into the Black Hills of South Dakota, features the visages of 4 iconic U.S. presidents, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. Their selection was based on their contributions to American history. In 4-color process printing, also known as CMYK, which 4 colors are utilized? cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. CMYK is a subtractive color model used in color printing, standing for cyan, magenta, yellow, and key, black. By varying the concentration of these four inks, a wide range of colors can be produced on printed materials. What are the first four books of the Bible? Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers. The first four books of the Old Testament, known as the Pentateuch or Torah, are Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, and Numbers. These books narrate the creation of the world, the story of early humanity, and the formation of the Israelite nation. Which four American states begin with the letter I? Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, and Iowa. The United States of America includes four states whose names begin with the letter I: Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, and Iowa. These states are geographically diverse, located in the western, midwestern, and mountain regions of the country. Who painted Flatford Mill? John Constable. John Constable, 1776 to 1837, was a prominent English Romantic painter best known for his landscape paintings of Dedham Vale, Suffolk, often referred to as Constable Country. Flatford Mill, depicted in several of his works, showcases his meticulous attention to natural detail. In which English county is the town called Westward Ho, the only English town to contain an exclamation mark in its name, located? Devon. Westward Ho is a coastal town in Devon, England, notable for its unusual name, which is derived from the title of Charles Kingsley's novel. Its unique punctuation mark sets it apart from other place names in the country. How many letters are there in the Cambodian alphabet? 72. The Cambodian alphabet, also known as Khmer script, is an abugida used to write the Khmer language, the official language of Cambodia. It is derived from the Pallava script of South India and contains a large number of letters and symbols. Which African-American civil rights activist was assassinated in 1968 by escaped convict James Earl Ray? Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King Jr., a pivotal figure in the American civil rights movement, was assassinated on April 4, 1968, in Memphis, Tennessee. His assassination sparked widespread riots and further galvanized the movement for racial equality. Lord David Such, who committed suicide in 1999, was famous for founding what in 1983? The Monster Raving Loony Party. The official Monster Raving Loony Party is a political party in the United Kingdom known for its deliberately absurd policies and satirical approach to politics. It was founded in 1983 by David Such, also known as Screaming Lord Such. In which capital city did the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand trigger World War I? Sarajevo. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary in Sarajevo on June 28, 1914, is widely considered the immediate trigger for World War I. This event led to Austria-Hungary's declaration of war on Serbia, initiating a chain reaction of alliances and declarations of war among European powers. Nairobi is the capital of which African country? Kenya. Nairobi serves as the capital and largest city of Kenya. Its strategic location and economic importance make it a significant hub in East Africa. Which capital city has a name meaning, I see the mountain, and in which country is it located? Montevideo, Uruguay. Montevideo, the capital of Uruguay, derives its name from the phrase, Monte Videu, meaning, I see the mountain. It is a major port city and the country's economic and administrative center. What is the capital of Vietnam? Hanoi. Hanoi is the capital city of Vietnam, located in the northern part of the country. It has historical and cultural significance and serves as a major political and economic center. What is the capital city of Canada? Ottawa. Ottawa is the capital of Canada, located in the province of Ontario. It is the seat of the Canadian federal government and a center for diplomacy, culture, and technology. Which university in the UK has the largest number of students? The Open University. The Open University, established in 1969, provides distance learning opportunities and boasts the largest student population in the United Kingdom. Its focus on open access allows a wide range of students to pursue higher education. What is the color of the flag of Libya, which was the only national flag consisting of only one color? Green. The flag of Libya, prior to the 2011 revolution, was uniquely solid green. This distinctive design reflected the political philosophy of Muammar Gaddafi's regime. Which patron saint's day is observed on November 30th? St. Andrew's. St. Andrew's Day is celebrated on November 30th as the feast day of St. Andrew the Apostle, the patron saint of Scotland. He is also a patron saint of Greece, Russia, and Barbados. Which chemical element has the symbol Fe? Iron. Iron, derived from the Latin word ferrum, is a chemical element with the symbol Fe and atomic number 26. It is a crucial element for life and a key component in steel production. What is the capital city of China? Beijing. Beijing serves as the capital city of the People's Republic of China. It is a major political, cultural, and educational center in the country, with a rich history spanning several dynasties. Which famous tourist attraction can be viewed from the Maid of the Mist? Niagara Falls. The Maid of the Mist is a famous boat tour that provides a close-up view of Niagara Falls. This attraction allows tourists to experience the power and grandeur of the falls from the Niagara River. What is the approximate length, in kilometers, of the coastline of Brazil? 7,491 kilometers. Brazil's coastline, extending approximately 7,491 kilometers, is a significant geographic feature. It plays a crucial role in the country's biodiversity, climate, and economic activities such as fishing and tourism. Who was the first British monarch to deliver a Christmas Day broadcast? King George V. King George V initiated the tradition of the British monarch's Christmas Day broadcast in 1932. This annual address has become a cherished custom, conveying messages of reflection and unity to the nation and the Commonwealth. On which date is St. Nicholas Day observed? December 6th, December 16th, or December 26th? December 6th. St. Nicholas Day, celebrated on December 6th, commemorates the historical figure of St. Nicholas, known for his generosity and kindness. He is a significant precursor to the modern-day Santa Claus, particularly in European traditions. Who commanded the Scottish army at the Battle of Bannockburn? Robert the Bruce. Robert the Bruce led the Scottish army to victory against Edward II of England at the Battle of Bannockburn in 1314. This victory was a crucial turning point in the First War of Scottish Independence, securing de facto independence for Scotland. International Nursing Day is celebrated on May 12 to commemorate the birth anniversary of which historical figure? Florence Nightingale. International Nursing Day is observed annually on May 12, the birthday of Florence Nightingale, 1820–1910. Nightingale is considered the founder of modern nursing, renowned for her work during the Crimean War and her advocacy for improved sanitation in hospitals. From which country does the Stella Artois beer originate? Belgium. Stella Artois is a Belgian Pilsner beer with origins dating back to the Den Hoorn Brewery in Leuven, Belgium, in 1366. The name, Stella, Latin for star, was adopted in 1926. What food item is Earl John Montagu credited with inventing, purportedly to allow him to eat while playing cards? The sandwich. John Montagu, 4th Earl of Sandwich, 1718–1792, is often credited with popularizing the sandwich. The story suggests he requested meat served between slices of bread to avoid interrupting his card game. Founded in Switzerland in 1866 by a German pharmacist, what is the world's largest food company? Nestlé. Nestlé, founded in 1866 by Henry Nestlé, is a multinational food and beverage conglomerate. It is recognized as the largest food company globally, with a significant impact on the food industry. Alicante, Cardinal, Cassidy, Niagara and Palomino are all varieties of which fruit? Grape. Grapes, a widely cultivated fruit, have numerous varieties, each with distinct characteristics. Alicante, Cardinal, Cassidy, Niagara, and Palomino are examples of grape cultivars, demonstrating the diversity within the species. In what year was the Big Mac introduced into McDonald's? 1968. The Big Mac, an iconic hamburger, was introduced by McDonald's in 1968. It quickly became a flagship product and a symbol of the fast food industry. What is the most common street name in Great Britain? High Street. High Street is the most common street name in Great Britain, reflecting its historical importance as the main thoroughfare in many towns and villages. It is a common indicator of a central commercial or residential area. Which British city possesses a greater length of canals than Venice? Birmingham. Birmingham, a major city in the West Midlands of England, is known for its extensive canal network, exceeding the length of canals found in Venice. These canals played a vital role in the city's industrial development during the 18th and 19th centuries. Which loch in Great Britain contains the largest volume of water? Loch Ness. Loch Ness, located in the Scottish Highlands, holds the largest volume of fresh water in Great Britain. Its great depth and length contribute to its significant water capacity and make it famous for the legendary Loch Ness Monster. Is it true or false that Great Britain ranks among the top 10 largest islands globally? True. Great Britain is the largest island in Europe and the 9th largest worldwide. Its significant landmass has played a crucial role in its historical and economic development. What is the longest motorway in Great Britain? M6. The M6 is the longest motorway in Great Britain, connecting the Midlands with northwest England and Scotland. It serves as a vital transportation artery for both commercial and private travel. Which university in Britain has the largest student enrollment? The Open University. The Open University is a distance learning university in the United Kingdom and one of the largest universities by enrollment. It provides accessible higher education to students who may not be able to attend traditional brick-and-mortar institutions. Which shop, founded by Anita Roddick in Brighton in 1976, developed into a global chain operating in over 40 countries? The Body Shop. Anita Roddick founded The Body Shop in 1976, pioneering ethical and environmentally conscious business practices in the cosmetics industry. Its success demonstrates the growing consumer demand for sustainable products and responsible corporate behavior. What is the most abundant gas in Earth's atmosphere? Nitrogen. Nitrogen constitutes approximately 78% of Earth's atmosphere by volume. It is a relatively inert gas and is essential for various biological processes, including protein synthesis. Who is historically recognized as the father of computing? Charles Babbage. Charles Babbage, a 19th-century English polymath, is credited with conceiving the idea of a programmable computer. His designs for the difference engine and analytical engine laid the groundwork for modern computing. What is the freezing point of water expressed on the Kelvin scale? 273 K. The Kelvin scale is an absolute thermodynamic temperature scale where 0 Kelvin, 0 K, represents absolute zero. Water freezes at 273.15 K, often rounded to 273 K for simplicity. What was the nationality of Robert Bunsen, the namesake of the Bunsen burner? German. Robert Bunsen, 1811 to 1899, was a German chemist and inventor. He is best known for the development of the Bunsen burner, a common laboratory apparatus that produces a hot, sootless flame. What is the scientific term for the hip bone? Pelvis. The pelvis is a complex bony structure located at the base of the spine, connecting the trunk to the lower limbs. It comprises several bones, including the ilium, ischium, and pubis, which fuse together during development. Which prestigious annual awards were established through the will of a Swedish chemist? The Nobel Prizes. The Nobel Prizes were established in the will of Alfred Nobel, a Swedish chemist, engineer, and inventor of dynamite. First awarded in 1901, the prizes recognize individuals for their outstanding contributions in physics, chemistry, physiology or medicine, literature, and peace. How many kilobytes are equivalent to 1 megabyte? 1024. In computer science, a kilobyte, KB, is equal to 1024 bytes, and a megabyte, MB, is equal to 1024 kilobytes. This binary-based measurement is fundamental to understanding data storage capacity. In what branch of science would a unit of distance called a parsec be used? Astronomy. A parsec is a unit of distance used in astronomy, equal to about 3.26 light years or 3.09 times 10 less than sub greater than 13 less than sub greater than kilometers. It is primarily employed to measure the vast distances to stars and galaxies beyond our solar system. Which 5 elements in the periodic table contain only 4 letters in their name? Gold, iron, lead, neon and zinc. These elements are notable examples where their common English names diverge from their scientific symbols. Understanding elemental composition is a fundamental aspect of chemistry. How many minutes does it take the Hubble Space Telescope to complete one orbit around the Earth? 97. The Hubble Space Telescope, orbiting approximately 540 kilometers above Earth, completes an orbit in about 97 minutes. This rapid orbit enables the telescope to gather data with minimal atmospheric interference. What are the names of the 4 American states which begin with either North or South? North Carolina, South Carolina, North Dakota and South Dakota. The United States is comprised of 50 states, 4 of which are distinguished by their prefixes, North or South. These include North Carolina and South Carolina, which were originally a single colony, as well as North Dakota and South Dakota. What 2-word rhyming name is commonly used to refer to the plant known botanically as Impatiens walleriana? Busy Lizzie. Impatiens walleriana, a popular flowering plant, is commonly referred to as busy Lizzie due to its prolific blooming habit. The name is easy to remember and widely used in horticulture. Who is credited with the first recorded usage of the words madcap, hobnob, and swagger? William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare, widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language, is credited with introducing numerous words and phrases into the lexicon. His plays and poems provide the earliest known examples of many common terms. Which German word, when translated to English, signifies a noisy ghost? Poltergeist. The word poltergeist originates from German and translates to noisy ghost or mischievous spirit in English. It is often associated with paranormal phenomena involving unexplained noises and disturbances. In which year was the word homosexual first used? 1869. The term homosexual was coined in 1869 by Karl Maria Kurtbeny, a Hungarian journalist. He used it in pamphlets arguing against Prussian laws criminalizing same-sex acts. As of 2006, which team is the only one to have played in every FIFA World Cup? Brazil. Brazil is the only national football team to have participated in every edition of the FIFA World Cup since its inception in 1930. This reflects Brazil's consistent strength and passion for football. In which year was the system of awarding 3 points for a win first introduced in the group stages of the FIFA World Cup finals? 1994. The 3 points for a win system was first implemented in the group stages of the FIFA World Cup finals in 1994, hosted by the United States. This change aimed to encourage more attacking play and reduce the number of drawn matches. Which mobile phone company was established in 2001 as a result of a merger between a Japanese and a Swedish company? Sony Ericsson. Sony Ericsson was formed in 2001 through a joint venture, highlighting globalization's impact on the tech industry. It demonstrated the trend of multinational corporations consolidating resources to enhance competitiveness in the mobile phone market. The world's largest spider is named after which biblical character? Goliath. The Goliath bird-eater spider, Theraphosa blondi, is named after the biblical giant Goliath due to its immense size. This spider, found in South America, is a notable example of biodiversity and the diverse range of species found in tropical rainforests. How many pairs of ribs does a human have? 12. The human body typically has 12 pairs of ribs, totaling 24 individual ribs. These ribs protect vital organs within the thoracic cavity, such as the lungs and heart. Which is the only fish able to hold objects in its tail? Seahorse. Seahorses are unique among fish because they possess a prehensile tail. This specialized tail allows them to grasp onto seaweed and other objects for stability in their marine environment. Which animal has the Latin name of lupus? Wolf. The wolf is scientifically classified under the genus and species Canis lupus. This classification is universally recognized in biological nomenclature. In the game of snooker, which color ball is worth 3 points? Green. In snooker, the colored balls have different point values. The green ball is worth 3 points, positioned between the brown and yellow balls on the baulk line. Which female tennis player won the French Open and US Open in both 1991 and 1992, but did not compete in either of these events in 1993 or 1994? Monica Seles. Monica Seles had a dominant run in women's tennis in the early 1990s, interrupted by a stabbing incident in 1993 that forced her to withdraw from competition. Her achievements include multiple Grand Slam titles. How many golden stars are present in the circle on the blue background of the flag of the European Union? 12. The flag of the European Union features 12 golden stars in a circle on a blue background. These stars symbolize unity, solidarity, and harmony among the people of Europe, not necessarily the number of member states. How many points does a Star of David have? 6. The Star of David, also known as the Shield of David or Magen David, is a hexagram, which is a 6-pointed star. It is a widely recognized symbol of Jewish identity and Judaism. How many white stripes are there on the flag of the USA? 6. The flag of the United States of America, also known as the Stars and Stripes, consists of 13 horizontal stripes of equal width, 7 red, alternating with 6 white. These stripes represent the original 13 colonies that declared independence from Great Britain. In which city is the Burj Al Arab Hotel located, a hotel which markets itself as the world's first 7-star hotel? Dubai. The Burj Al Arab is situated in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and is renowned for its luxurious design and extravagant services. It is considered one of the most iconic hotels in the world. How many times has the flag known as the Stars and Stripes been changed since it was first adopted by 13 American states? 26. The flag of the United States, also known as the Stars and Stripes, has been officially modified 26 times to reflect the addition of new states to the Union. The current design, featuring 50 stars, was adopted on July 4, 1960, after Hawaii became a state. In which capital city is the largest museum in the world located? Paris. The Louvre Museum, located in Paris, France, is considered the world's largest art museum. It houses a vast collection of artworks, including iconic pieces like the Mona Lisa and the Venus de Milo. Which artist caused controversy with their installation titled, My Bed, in the 1999 Turner Prize exhibition? Tracey Emin. Tracey Emin's My Bed, exhibited at the 1999 Turner Prize, featured her unmade bed surrounded by personal detritus, generating significant controversy and debate about the definition of art. Who painted Portrait of Adele Bloch-Bauer I, which reportedly sold for a record $135 million in June 2006? Gustav Klimt. Gustav Klimt painted Portrait of Adele Bloch-Bauer I, in 1907, an iconic work of Austrian symbolism. Its record-breaking sale price in 2006 reflected its importance and cultural significance. In which year were the first set of rules for the sport of boxing, known as the London Prize Ring Rules, introduced? 1743. The London Prize Ring Rules, established in 1743, represent the earliest codified rules for boxing. They governed bare-knuckle fighting and focused on aspects like fair play and conduct within the ring, laying the foundation for modern boxing regulations. According to Roman mythology, which twins are credited with founding Rome? Romulus and Remus. Romulus and Remus are the legendary founders of Rome, traditionally dated to 753 BC. The story is a cornerstone of Roman mythology, symbolizing the city's origins and its connection to the divine. Who was the chief god in Norse mythology? Odin. Odin, also known as Woden, was the Allfather and chief god in Norse mythology. He was associated with wisdom, poetry, death, divination, and magic in Norse paganism. Who is the author of the novel upon which the musical Les Miserables is based? Victor Hugo. Victor Hugo, a French novelist, poet, and dramatist, wrote Les Miserables in 1862. The novel explores themes of social injustice, poverty, and redemption in 19th-century France. Which political party changed its name from the Ecology Party in 1985? The Green Party. The Green Party, originally founded as the Ecology Party in 1973, formally adopted its current name in 1985, reflecting its broader environmental and social justice platform. This name change marked a pivotal moment in the party's evolution, enhancing its visibility and appeal to a wider electorate. What color is the cross on the Swedish flag? Yellow. The Swedish flag, also known as the blue-yellow cross flag, features a Nordic cross in yellow, gold, against a blue background. The design is believed to be inspired by the Danish flag, Dannebrog, and its colors are thought to be derived from the Swedish coat of arms. What was the Titanic's initial port of call after departing Southampton? Cherbourg. The RMS Titanic's first port of call after leaving Southampton on its maiden voyage was Cherbourg, France. It stopped there to pick up additional passengers before proceeding towards its ultimately ill-fated journey across the Atlantic. According to the book of Exodus, following the phrase, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, what phrase immediately follows? Hand for hand, foot for foot. The passage from Exodus, often cited in discussions of retributive justice, outlines the principle of lex talionis, demanding proportional retaliation for harm inflicted. This ancient legal concept aimed to limit vengeance. What is the capital city of Belarus? Minsk. Minsk is the capital and largest city of Belarus, located on the Swislach and Nyamiha rivers. It is an important economic, cultural, and political center in Eastern Europe. Ganymede is the largest moon in the solar system. Around which planet does it orbit? Jupiter. Ganymede, the largest moon in our solar system, is one of Jupiter's 79 known moons. It's larger than the planet Mercury and possesses its own magnetic field. In Greek mythology, who was the twin sister of Apollo? Artemis. In Greek mythology, Artemis was the twin sister of Apollo and the daughter of Zeus and Leto. She was the goddess of the hunt, wilderness, wild animals, the moon, and archery. Nelson Mandela was jointly awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993 for his role in ending apartheid in South Africa. Who was the other recipient of this award? Frederick Willem de Klerk. Nelson Mandela and F.W. de Klerk jointly received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993 for their pivotal roles in peacefully dismantling apartheid in South Africa. Their collaboration facilitated the transition to a democratic, multiracial society. Mars has 2 moons, Phobos is 1. What is the name of the other moon? Deimos. Mars possesses 2 small, irregularly shaped moons, Phobos and Deimos. These moons are thought to be captured asteroids, differing significantly from Earth's single, large moon. The Mauretania, launched in 1906, held the distinction of being the largest and fastest ship of its time. What was the name of its sister ship, launched in the same year, which was sunk by a German U-boat in 1915? Lusitania. The Lusitania was a British ocean liner launched in 1906 and tragically sunk by a German U-boat during World War I in 1915. Its sinking resulted in a significant loss of life and heightened tensions, impacting public opinion and contributing to the United States' eventual entry into the war. Who was the third astronaut on Apollo 11, who remained in the orbiter, while Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin walked on the moon in 1969? Michael Collins. Michael Collins piloted the Apollo 11 command module Columbia, remaining in lunar orbit while Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin landed on the moon. His role was critical for the mission's success as he maintained communication and prepared for their return to Earth. Which large animal has a gestation period of 22 months, the longest of any land animal? Elephant. The African elephant has a gestation period of approximately 22 months, the longest of any mammal. This extended gestation period is attributed to the elephant's large size and the complex development of its brain. What is composed of minerals and tiny pieces of rock resulting from erosion and weathering? Sand. Sand is a granular material composed of finely divided rock and mineral particles. It is a naturally occurring material that is formed by the breakdown of rocks through weathering and erosion processes. Arachnophobia is the fear of what? Spiders. Arachnophobia is a specific phobia characterized by an irrational fear of spiders and other arachnids such as scorpions. It is one of the most common phobias in the world. Who was the younger co-writer of the 1848 Communist Manifesto? Friedrich Engels. Friedrich Engels co-authored the Communist Manifesto with Karl Marx in 1848. This foundational text of communist theory outlined the principles of class struggle and revolution, significantly influencing 19th and 20th century political movements. Who served as the First Lady of Argentina from 1946 to 1952? Eva Perón. Eva Perón, also known as Evita, was the First Lady of Argentina during Juan Perón's first presidency. She was a powerful figure known for her social reform efforts, advocacy for labor rights, and promotion of women's suffrage. What was the title of Jean-Paul Sartre's first play? The Flies. Jean-Paul Sartre's first play, The Flies, Les Mouches, premiered in 1943. It is an existentialist drama that reinterprets the Greek myth of Orestes, exploring themes of freedom, responsibility, and the burden of choice. What was Bedloes Island officially renamed in 1956? Liberty Island. Bedloes Island, site of the Statue of Liberty, was officially renamed Liberty Island in 1956. This change recognized the island's association with the iconic symbol of freedom. Of which famous building was Aistanos the architect? The Parthenon. Aistanos was a renowned architect of ancient Greece, best known for his contributions to the design and construction of the Parthenon. The Parthenon, located on the Acropolis in Athens, is a lasting symbol of classical architecture. In what field did Albert Namatjira achieve success and fame? Aboriginal art. Albert Namatjira was a celebrated Aboriginal Australian artist known for his watercolour paintings of the Australian outback. He is considered one of the most significant figures in contemporary Indigenous Australian art. Who married Catherine Vaughan Borah, a former nun? Martin Luther. Martin Luther, a key figure in the Protestant Reformation, married Katharina Vaughan Borah, a former nun, in 1525. This marriage was a significant event in the Reformation, challenging the Catholic Church's stance on clerical celibacy. Who wrote the novel Love in the Time of Cholera? Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Gabriel Garcia Marquez, a Nobel laureate, is the author of Love in the Time of Cholera *, a renowned work of magical realism. The novel explores themes of love, aging, and the human condition against the backdrop of a cholera epidemic. How did Toland man die? Strangulation. Toland man, a well-preserved bog body discovered in Denmark, is believed to have died by strangulation. His remarkably preserved state has provided valuable insights into the Iron Age. The death of which Swedish king inspired an opera by Verdi? Gustavus III. The assassination of King Gustavus III of Sweden in 1792 served as the historical basis for Giuseppe Verdi's opera Un ballo in maschera. The opera, though fictionalized, draws upon the political intrigue and circumstances surrounding the king's death. By what nickname was the pirate Edward Teach more widely known? Blackbeard. Edward Teach, more famously known as Blackbeard, was a notorious English pirate who operated in the West Indies and the eastern coast of colonial America during the early 18th century. His fearsome appearance and reputation made him a legendary figure in maritime history. What nickname was bestowed upon the 7th Armored Division in 1940? The Desert Rats. The 7th Armored Division, a British armored division, earned the moniker, the Desert Rats, during its service in the Western Desert Campaign of World War II. This nickname reflected their resilience and effectiveness in the harsh desert environment. By what nickname was the US outlaw Henry McCarty more commonly known? Billy the Kid. Henry McCarty, better known as Billy the Kid, was a notorious American Old West outlaw and gunfighter. He became a folk hero despite his life of crime and his involvement in numerous killings. Which US state is commonly referred to as the Mount Rushmore state? South Dakota. South Dakota is nicknamed the Mount Rushmore state due to the iconic Mount Rushmore National Memorial located within its borders. The memorial features colossal sculptures of 4 US presidents carved into the granite face of Mount Rushmore. Which British Prime Minister was nicknamed the Grocer in Private Eye? Edward Heath. Edward Heath served as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom from 1970 to 1974. Private Eye is a satirical and current affairs magazine known for its critical and humorous coverage of British politics and society. From which plant is linseed oil derived? Flax. Linseed oil is extracted from the seeds of the flax plant, Linum usitatissimum. It has various industrial and nutritional applications, including as a drying oil in paints and varnishes, and is a source of omega-3 fatty acids. The transportation of which substance is commonly facilitated using an Archimedes screw? Water. The Archimedes screw is a machine historically used for transferring water from a low-lying body of water into irrigation ditches. It's one of the earliest examples of a positive displacement pump and is attributed to Archimedes. How many sides does a hendecagon possess? 11. A hendecagon, also known as an undecagon, is a polygon with 11 sides and 11 angles. It is a fundamental concept in geometry. Which fruit is distilled to produce Calvados? Apples. Calvados is a type of brandy specifically distilled from apples, originating from the Normandy region of France. Its production involves fermentation of apple cider followed by distillation and aging. Which fruit has a Latin name that translates as Armenian plum? Apricot. The apricot, known scientifically as Prunus armeniaca, derives its Latin name from the belief it originated in Armenia. Apricots are a significant fruit crop worldwide. Which large fleshy fruit of the Far East has been banned from some public areas because of its distinctive odor? Durian. The durian fruit is known for its strong, pungent odor, which has led to bans in certain public spaces, particularly in Southeast Asia. It is highly prized by some for its unique taste and texture. Native to India, what is the largest tree-borne fruit in the world? Jackfruit. Jackfruit, *Artocarpus heterophyllus*, is the largest tree-borne fruit, native to India. It is widely cultivated in tropical regions and used in various cuisines. On Christmas Day 1977, Menahem Begin of Israel met with Anwar Sadat of Egypt to commence peace negotiations. Which of the two leaders was observing his birthday on that day? Anwar Sadat. Anwar Sadat, the President of Egypt, was born on December 25, 1918. His meeting with Menahem Begin on Christmas Day 1977 was a significant step towards the Camp David Accords and the subsequent peace treaty between Israel and Egypt. What is the more common name for the plant *Wascum album? Mistletoe. *Wascum album *, commonly known as mistletoe, is a hemiparasitic plant that grows on various host trees. It is well known for its use in Christmas traditions. Former communist dictator Nicolae Ceausescu was executed on Christmas Day in 1989. Which country did he once control? Romania. Nicolae Ceausescu was the communist dictator of Romania from 1965 to 1989. His regime was overthrown in a revolution in December 1989, culminating in his execution on Christmas Day. Which national charity, concerned about the impact of uncontrolled development and industrialization, was founded in 1895 by Miss Octavia Hill, Sir Robert Hunter, and Canon Hardwicke Rawnsley? The National Trust. The National Trust was established in 1895 to preserve historic buildings and protect natural landscapes in the face of increasing industrialization. Its founders were motivated by a desire to safeguard Britain's heritage for future generations. What color of flag is displayed by a ship to indicate quarantine? Yellow. A yellow flag, historically known as a quarantine flag, or yellow jack, signals that a vessel is under quarantine due to illness on board. This alerts other ships and port authorities to take necessary precautions to prevent the spread of disease. Purple brittlegill, velvet shank, and orange milkcap are common names for what type of organism? Fungi. Fungi represent a diverse kingdom of eukaryotic organisms, playing crucial roles in ecosystems as decomposers, symbiotic partners, and sometimes as pathogens. Their identification relies on characteristics such as color, shape, and habitat. What is the name of the Ganga River in Bangladesh? Padma. The Ganga River, revered as sacred in India, enters Bangladesh where it is known as the Padma. It is a vital water source for agriculture and transportation in the region before joining the Brahmaputra, Jamuna, and eventually flowing into the Bay of Bengal. Who was murdered by Fitzgerald, de Tracy, de Morval and Le Breton? Thomas Becket. Thomas Becket, the Archbishop of Canterbury, was murdered in 1170 in Canterbury Cathedral. The assassination, stemming from conflicts with King Henry II, shocked Europe and led to Becket's canonization as a saint. What procedure removes the threat of brucellosis from milk? Pasteurization. Pasteurization is a heat treatment process that kills harmful bacteria like Brucella in milk and other beverages, making them safe for consumption. This process typically involves heating the liquid to a specific temperature for a set period. What answer did Major Charles Ingram provide for the £1 million question on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Google. Major Charles Ingram's controversial win on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in 2001 was marred by allegations of cheating. The question involved identifying the mathematical term, Google, which is a 1 followed by 100 zeros. The incident led to a high-profile trial and conviction. What was the name of the first cloned mammal? Dolly. Dolly the sheep was the first mammal to be cloned from an adult somatic cell, a breakthrough achieved in 1996 at the Roslin Institute in Scotland. Her birth revolutionized the field of genetics and raised ethical considerations about cloning technology. Which part of the year is commonly known as the anvil? Incus. The incus, or anvil, is one of the three ossicles in the middle ear responsible for transmitting sound vibrations. It receives vibrations from the malleus, hammer, and transmits them to the stapes, stirrup, leading to the inner ear. A Chinese astronaut is known as what? Taikono. Taikono is the term used to describe a Chinese astronaut. The word is a portmanteau of taikong, the Chinese word for space, and not, derived from astronaut. Daughter of the East is the title of whose autobiography? Benazir Bhutto. Daughter of the East is the autobiography of Benazir Bhutto, a prominent Pakistani politician who served as Prime Minister. The book provides insight into her life, political career, and the challenges she faced in a male-dominated political landscape. Which science fiction author formulated the 3 laws of robotics? Isaac Asimov. Isaac Asimov, a prominent science fiction writer, is credited with creating the 3 laws of robotics, which are fundamental principles governing the behavior of robots in many of his stories. These laws have significantly influenced the ethical considerations in the field of robotics and artificial intelligence. Who was the first individual to successfully swim across the English Channel? Captain Matthew Webb. Captain Matthew Webb was the first person to swim the English Channel without the aid of artificial floats. He accomplished this feat on August 25, 1875, marking a significant achievement in open water swimming. Which city, renowned for its black hole incident, serves as the capital of West Bengal and ranks as the 3rd largest city in India? Kolkata. Kolkata, formerly Calcutta, is the capital of West Bengal and a major metropolitan city in India. It is associated with the Black Hole of Calcutta, a tragic event in 1756. Which planet is the second closest to the Sun in our solar system? Venus. Venus is the second planet from the Sun, known for its dense, toxic atmosphere and extremely high surface temperatures. It is often referred to as Earth's sister planet, due to similarities in size and composition, but is dramatically different in its environmental conditions. For what element is O, the chemical symbol? Gold. O is the chemical symbol for gold, derived from the Latin word aurum. Gold is a precious metal valued for its rarity, chemical inertness, and conductivity, making it important in various applications from jewelry to electronics. Which British tree species is commonly utilized in the production of hockey sticks, oars, paddles, rudders, billiard cues, cricket stumps, polo sticks, and police batons? The ash. The ash tree, Fraxinus excelsior, is prized for its strength, flexibility, and shock resistance. These properties make it ideal for manufacturing items requiring durability and resilience, such as sporting equipment and tool handles. What is the translation of Third Reich? Third Empire. Third Reich is a German term meaning Third Empire or Third Realm. It refers to the Nazi regime in Germany from 1933 to 1945 under Adolf Hitler's rule. What is the anatomical term for the small, pinkish nodule at the inner corner of the eye? The caruncular. The caruncular is a small, fleshy mass located at the medial canthus, inner corner, of the eye, containing sebaceous and sweat glands. What is the term for the white, half-moon-shaped area at the base of the fingernail? A lunula. The lunula is the visible part of the nail matrix, the area where new nail cells are formed. Its prominent appearance is due to the thickening of the matrix in that region. What is the anatomical term for the vertical groove between the upper lip and the nose? The philtrum. The philtrum is the vertical groove located between the base of the nose and the upper lip. It is a remnant of the embryonic development of the face. What is the proper name for the diacritic mark appearing above the lowercase letters I and J? A tittle. The tittle is the small dot that distinguishes the lowercase letters I and J in many writing systems. It is an essential component of these letters, ensuring their correct interpretation. During the French Revolution, where would an individual likely be headed if transported in a tumbrel? To be executed by guillotine. During the French Revolution, 1789 to 1799, a tumbrel was a two-wheeled cart used to transport prisoners, often to their execution by guillotine. The guillotine was a symbol of the Reign of Terror, a period of extreme violence and repression. Which two seas are connected by the Kiel Canal? Baltic Sea and North Sea. The Kiel Canal, completed in 1895 and later widened, is a crucial artificial waterway facilitating maritime transport between the Baltic and North Seas. It significantly shortens the distance for ships, bypassing the Jutland Peninsula. In which ocean is the former penal settlement of Devil's Island located? Atlantic Ocean. Devil's Island, part of French Guiana, was a notorious penal colony known for its harsh conditions and isolation. It is situated in the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of South America. The Ligurian Sea is an arm of which larger body of water? Mediterranean Sea. The Ligurian Sea is a key part of the Mediterranean Sea, bordering Italy, Liguria and Tuscany, and France, Corsica. It is known for its deep waters and significant maritime traffic. Which expanse of sea, located in the Orkney Islands, served as the primary base for the British Grand Fleet during World War I? Scapa Flow. Scapa Flow, a body of water in the Orkney Islands of Scotland, was of critical strategic importance to the British Royal Navy during both World Wars. Its natural harbour provided a secure base for the Grand Fleet during World War I. Who is the Greek god of the sea? Poseidon. In Greek mythology, Poseidon is the god of the sea, earthquakes, and horses. He is one of the 12 Olympian gods and a powerful figure in ancient Greek religion and culture. What is the principal seaport of Pakistan, situated on the Arabian Sea? Karachi. Karachi is Pakistan's largest city and main seaport, playing a vital role in the nation's economy. Its location on the Arabian Sea makes it a crucial hub for international trade. The Gulf of Venice constitutes the northern part of which sea? Adriatic Sea. The Gulf of Venice forms the northernmost part of the Adriatic Sea, an arm of the Mediterranean Sea located between Italy and the Balkan Peninsula. This region has historically been important for trade and maritime activities. Which river flows into the Dead Sea? River Jordan. The River Jordan is a significant river in the Middle East, flowing into the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea is a salt lake bordering Jordan to the east and Israel and Palestine to the west and is known for its high salt concentration. In which ocean are the Kara, Beaufort and Lincoln Seas situated? Arctic Ocean. The Kara, Beaufort, and Lincoln Seas are all marginal seas of the Arctic Ocean. The Arctic Ocean is the smallest and shallowest of the world's 5 major oceans, and is located mostly in the Arctic region of the Northern Hemisphere. Jackie Smith was appointed Home Secretary in June 2007. Whom did she succeed? John Reed. Jackie Smith's appointment as Home Secretary in June 2007 marked a significant moment in British politics. The Home Secretary is a senior cabinet minister responsible for internal affairs. What does Smith & Wesson manufacture? Firearms. Smith & Wesson is a well-known American manufacturer of firearms. The company has a long history dating back to the mid-19th century and is a significant player in the firearms industry. In which year did BBC Two commence its programming, initiating broadcasts on April 20? 1964. BBC Two began its programming on April 20, 1964, expanding television options for viewer in the United Kingdom. This marked a significant development in British broadcasting history. Who is the author of The Three Musketeers? Alexandre Dumas. Alexandre Dumas, a prominent French author, penned The Three Musketeers. The novel, a historical adventure story, remains a classic of French literature, showcasing themes of camaraderie and courage. What is the capital of Jersey? Saint Helier. Saint Helier is the capital of Jersey, one of the Channel Islands located near the coast of Normandy, France. Jersey is a British Crown dependency and is not part of the United Kingdom. Which philosopher was born in 551 BC in China? Confucius. Confucius, born in 551 BC, was a Chinese philosopher and political figure whose teachings profoundly influenced East Asian thought and culture. His philosophical system, Confucianism, emphasizes ethics, social harmony, and the importance of education. In which occupation would one utilize a plonker? Tailoring. In tailoring, a plonker refers to a pressing tool used to shape and mold fabric, particularly in areas difficult to reach with a standard iron. These tools come in various shapes and sizes and aid in achieving a professional finish in garment construction. What is the common English name for the Palazzo Ducale in Venice? The Doge's Palace. The Doge's Palace, a masterpiece of Venetian Gothic architecture, served as the residence of the Doge of Venice, the supreme authority of the former Republic of Venice. It is now a museum and a significant landmark in the city. On which prominent river are the Cat and Mouse castles situated? The River Rhine. The Cat and Mouse castles, also known as Burg Cats and Burg Maus, are located on the Rhine River in Germany. These castles are iconic features of the Rhine Gorge, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Which of the Channel Islands is the southernmost? Jersey. Jersey, located in the English Channel, is the largest and southernmost of the Channel Islands. It possesses a unique blend of British and French cultures and is known for its mild climate. What is the name of the highest peak within Exmoor National Park? Dinkery Beacon. Dinkery Beacon, situated in Somerset, England, is the highest point in Exmoor National Park. It provides panoramic views of the surrounding moorland and coastline. What is the name of the Cumbrian town situated on the River Eden that hosts an annual horse fair? Appleby. Appleby, located in Cumbria, England, is known for its historic horse fair held annually. This event attracts a large gathering of Romani, travelers, and other communities, contributing significantly to the town's cultural identity. Which city is situated at the confluence of the Spree and Havel rivers? Berlin. Berlin, the capital of Germany, is geographically positioned where the Spree and Havel rivers converge. These waterways have historically played a crucial role in the city's development and transportation network. What is the largest lake in Italy? Lake Garda. Lake Garda, located in northern Italy, is the country's largest lake. Its scenic beauty and moderate climate make it a popular tourist destination. What is the second largest of the Balearic Islands? Menorca. Menorca is the second largest island in the Balearic Archipelago, a group of islands belonging to Spain. Its strategic location in the Mediterranean Sea has contributed to its rich history and diverse cultural influences. What is the longest river in Scandinavia? The River Glomma. The River Glomma, also known as Glomma, is the longest river in Scandinavia, primarily flowing through Norway. It has been historically important for timber floating and hydroelectric power generation. The northwest region of which country is known as Thrace? Greece. Thrace is a geographical and historical region located in southeastern Europe. The northwestern part of Thrace lies within modern-day Greece, and it has significant historical and cultural importance. If carbon is assigned the number 6, nitrogen is assigned 7, and oxygen is assigned 8, what number is assigned to hydrogen? Hydrogen. In the periodic table, elements are ordered by their atomic number, which represents the number of protons in the nucleus. Hydrogen, having 1 proton, is assigned the atomic number 1.